After Jacob deceived his father Isaac and stole the blessing intended for Esau, his brother was filled with rage and vowed to kill him once their father passed. Hearing of this, Rebekah urged Jacob to flee to her brother Laban in Haran until Esau's anger subsided. Genesis 27:41-45. Isaac agreed and blessed Jacob again, charging him not to take a wife from among the Canaanites, but to go to Laban and marry one of his daughters. Genesis 28:1-5. As Jacob journeyed toward Haran, he stopped for the night and slept with a stone for a pillow. That night he dreamed of a ladder set up on the earth, reaching into heaven, with angels ascending and descending. Above the ladder stood the Lord, who reaffirmed the covenant made with Abraham and Isaac. God promised Jacob that his seed would be as the dust of the earth, that they would spread abroad, and that he would be with Jacob wherever he went. Genesis 28:10-15. Awaking in awe, Jacob named the place Bethel, meaning house of God, and made a vow that if God kept him safe and returned him home in peace, the Lord would be his God. Genesis 28:16-22. Arriving in Haran, Jacob met Rachel, Laban's daughter, and fell in love with her. He agreed to work 7 years for her hand in marriage, but Laban deceived him, giving him Leah, the older daughter, instead. Jacob then served another 7 years for Rachel. Genesis 29:15-30. Over the next several years, Jacob's family grew as his wives bore him many sons, and God blessed him with great wealth through his clever management of Laban's flocks. Genesis 30:25-43. Eventually God told Jacob, "Return unto the land of thy fathers and to thy kindred, and I will be with thee." Genesis 31:3. Jacob took his family and possessions and secretly fled from Laban. When Laban pursued and confronted him, God intervened in a dream, warning Laban not to harm Jacob. The two men made a covenant of peace at Mizpah and parted ways. Genesis 31:17-55. As Jacob neared home, he was afraid of facing Esau. He sent messengers ahead with gifts, hoping to appease his brother's wrath. The messengers returned, saying Esau was coming with 400 men. Genesis 32:3-6. In fear and distress, Jacob prayed earnestly for God's deliverance and sent wave after wave of gifts to Esau as a peace offering. Genesis 32:9-21. That night Jacob wrestled with a divine being until daybreak. As a result, his name was changed to Israel, meaning a prince with God, because he had struggled with God and prevailed. Genesis 32:24-28. The next day Jacob looked up and saw Esau approaching. Bowing 7 times as he neared, Jacob humbled himself before the brother he had wronged. To his astonishment, Esau ran to meet him, embraced him, fell on his neck and kissed him. They both wept. Genesis 33:18-20. Though Esau offered to travel together, Jacob gently declined and the brothers parted peacefully. Jacob settled in the land of Canaan and built an altar to the Lord, calling it El Elohe Israel, God, the God of Israel.